shots like crazy.
I mean, you got
You start cheating on
Nimhard,
the
who's
guys.
big time player. You got Holmgren, who's a big time player. You got, Rozier, the big time. Like they got dudes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like you're doubling and it's just
Some bum out
scrub.
there.
Yeah, no, that's a reason why they're the number one team. But I loved Sain. I loved the attitude. I loved the intensity. It was it felt like Memphis. Like you go in there and you punch him in the mouth. And Mark Few is getting after his guys at the half, talking about that they're weak, that they're soft, that they're not. They got bullied. I mean, the Tigers went in there and hit him right in the nose, man. I thought, given all the stuff that happened and all the things that could have gone wrong, whatever, that was a phenomenal performance. And man, look, you lost to Gonzaga. Shouldn't have been a 9 seed. That's your own fault. Yeah. But that's the price you pay. You have to pay Gonzaga in the second round rather than because that was a Final Four quality game.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, there were big time dudes out there.
Yeah, it was a great game to watch. And like I tweeted this out, how the most unfortunate part of it is that Memphis is a talented enough team where you should not have been playing Gonzaga there early in the tournament. But it's all self-inflicted. And I just went back to just this entire season, the things we've talked about this season on and off this show, and kickback we've gotten from fans and all these type of things, and all the excuses that people had, like losing to Tulane. Oh, we didn't have DeAndre Williams, and without your senior leader, you can lose to anybody. All that type of stuff. I just sit here and watch this team battle with the best team in the country. You know what I'm saying, on paper.
Yeah.
Saturday, and went toe to toe with them. Very well could have beat them. I'm gonna take you back a little bit, Peter. I'm gonna open up Anthony Sain so I can explain this analogy to you even better. I was a very smart kid in school. I was in honors classes. I guess that started middle school? Yeah. No, because I went to an optional school. So I went to optional elementary school. So I was in optional classes in elementary, honors classes all through junior high. And in high school I was taking honors classes. My 10th or 11th grade year, I said, okay, I'm done taking honors classes. I said, I'm done. I just started taking regular ed classes. You know what I did my first 6 weeks of school when I was taking regular classes? I want to say my first 6 weeks, I just kind of felt it out, right? To kind of see what it was like. Second 6 weeks, I was like, okay, this is easy. You know what I did? I intentionally didn't do any work my second 6 weeks of school. Literally, I didn't do anything. I got straight F's on my report card. My parents were wondering if I need to go get counseling. They were asking me was I on drugs. Wondering was I going through depression. I literally got straight F's. I'm an honors student all through everything. I got straight F's on my report card because I was extremely bored. And I was like, okay, regular ed classes are extremely easy. So it might have been the first 6 weeks. Anyway, it was either the first or the second 6 weeks. My parents were mad at me. I was like, all right, I promise y'all, I got this. I got this. Just wait, I got it. I got honor roll every 6 weeks after that and brought my averages up to, I had no lower than a C in anything. They got finished with like 4 Bs and 2 Cs. Had honor roll every 6 weeks after that, having straight Fs. And it was the funniest thing in the world because I was kind of trolling my teachers about it. Because I was like, yeah, I can, this is nothing. I can do this easy. And when I watched that Tiger game, it brought me back to my high school days when I did this stunt, when I trolled all my teachers, trolled all my parents. And I was like, yeah, I finished with all B's and C's, but I was smart enough to be a freaking straight A student because I pretty much did that for the rest of the year to bring those F's. I mean, low F's. I brought those F's up to B's and C's. And what I'm saying is when I watched that game Saturday, that's all I could think about. The season ended okay. But what am I supposed to be playing Gonzaga? We're not a freaking 9 seed. Did that look like a 9 seed team y'all saw?
No, of course not. That looked like a Final Four.
And I was happy, but I was also super frustrated because we straight F'd this season. We had a 6 weeks where we had straight F's. And
great analogy.
We've had all these excuses.
Good analogy. Yeah.
We've made all these excuses, bro, about this, that, and the other. No, I can't watch that team, and you tell me that we were
the choir's clipping.
That we were a few games without DeAndre. Bro, we played Gonzaga most of the game without DeAndre and without
Duran
because of foul trouble, and we went toe to toe with Gonzaga. Mm-hmm. We were losing the ECF. You know what I mean? We had 5 turnovers the entire game Saturday. And we kicking the ball out of bounds, punting it into the stands all throughout the season. There was so much about this season that it feels like it had a very happy ending. But this season did not turn out the way that it should have turned out, bro. I'm gonna tell you, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not trying to be negative. As I tweeted about all this weekend, I've been super happy about what I saw. I was in front of the television, losing my mind watching the game. It was very fun. The catching the lead, the comeback, closing the game close, the Quinones 3 at the end, all those things. I was into it. But it's so unfortunate the way things went down. And the crazy thing is, bro, I sat there, I woke up Sunday morning. I was like, bro, that team has two dudes in Josh Minot and Imani Bates, who are 6'8", 6'9" wings, who will be in the NBA in 2 years. And we had no clue what to do with them dudes. Them dudes had 2 wasted seasons on our team this year.
I want to give you some more props. Don't forget your third guy, Timberlake.
Well, no,
Timberlake didn't do
his shoulders jacked.
Yeah,
okay.
That dude's probably done.
Yeah,
like,
no,
he won't be a pro.
He was impactful though.
Yeah, he came with it. But what I'm saying is, bro, if we had handled everything correctly from day one, that team that would have been a Final Four loss.
We've talked about that before. It's just it's obvious. Like, this was from the very beginning. With the Imani Bates situation and not knowing, what to do with him, just having you're trying to kind of make him a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
And ended up making him not anything. And then the distractions off the court to how the freshmen and the upperclassmen didn't get along and how they struggled.
All controllable.
They all struggled. How the COVID situation, the lack of coaching, the lack of kind of putting your coaches in a situation of responsibility, the rotations being just completely insane, all that stuff, man. I mean, to me, that stuff was all controllable. And if you just handle that, this Tiger team is a 4 seed, 5 seed rather than a 9 seed, and you avoid playing Gonzaga and the way they played, and you look around the rest of the country and you look at some of the teams that didn't make it. I mean, the Tigers were easily talented enough to make the Sweet 16.
We would have been running right now if we had a better resume. We would have been still alive.
Because this has been a trend now for Penny's teams. Every single year that he's been here, they just get off to terrible starts. They just start awful, and then they kind of figure out over the course of the season. And by the time March rolls around, they're really talented and a fearsome squad, but. It takes forever for them to get to that point.
Right.
And he's got to, in the offseason, the self-scouting has got to be real. Like, he's got to sit there and go over this with, whoever he trusts, if anyone, and say, I screwed this up. Because I don't want to hear about the officiating.
No. It's too disrespectful to an incredible game that Timmy had to act like refs
listen,
did.
There are plenty of bad. The officiating in college basketball sucks.
Period.
I mean, it sucks across the board. There were some god awful calls in just about every game, and some of them were atrocious. I mean, the officiating in the Arizona TCU at the end of that game was a train wreck. The guy that called a tech on my man from Illinois who dunked and was just trying to not die. Because his momentum was taking him over, and he just had the temerity to kind of swing back slightly and then get off the rim when no one was around, and no one was like, no, there's no fight. There was nobody trying to scrap. Everyone was fine with it. And this referee just has to be, Donnie Big Balls and like, I'm gonna show you what's going on. And like we're all here to watch him throw, oh, look at him. Oh, great tee. Oh, my man. Look at that. Look at the form on that baby. Oh, it was beautiful. And just ruined the fun. I mean, It just took a big poop right in the middle of the punch bowl. These referees do it all the time. So referees in college suck.
Yeah, they're the worst.
If you're fortunate enough to not get a bad crew, consider yourself thankful. It's a hard job. I get it. But we have to have some accountability. And these guys don't have very much of it, unfortunately.
Right.
That said, you know what? Like, at the end of the day, the Tigers made one more free throw than Gonzaga did. They were +1 at the free throw line.
Yep.
You had plenty of guys that ended up fouling out of the game. Chet Holmgren ended up fouling out of the game. You go back and watch. Tell me which one of Jalen Duren's 4 fouls wasn't a foul.
Well, no, and the thing was about that with the whole Jalen Duren thing. All 4 of his fouls were away from. Yeah. They weren't like. It's not like they were like calling touch fouls in the post or something. Like I was like, his fouls were like.
I mean, his 4th foul was a defensive foul.
Fouls.
Like he just
at the free throw line, that forearm, right?
Yeah. He's That's a foul. It just is a foul. Jalen Duren has had a great season. He's going to be a top 10, top maybe.
He made himself some money.
I mean, maybe 5 if you're crazy. I don't know, but like he's going to be top 10 pick. Like he's a super good player. And he's probably going to be better in the NBA. But those were fouls.
Yeah.
DeAndre Williams, they're fouls. Like that's just what you got to stop fouling. Like
they were a little bit too amped. Both of them were a little bit too amped for
the physicality. You want to be physical. Mm-hmm. And some of the stuff was like the flop that Holmgren tried was pitiful
against Duren.
Yeah. And he nearly dunked it on his prone
stepped
body.
on his face.
Yeah, I mean that stuff's like you got to do more than a flop warning. You got to that's a T on him. Like I hate that stuff. Mm-hmm. But other than that, man, it was a great game. Don't demean either team by saying that this was officiate. And I'm gonna tell you this, Tiger fans, I love you, but this happens every time. Tigers, there's a crutch of the officials hate Memphis or the officials do that.
No, I don't think the officials got us.
It happens all. No. Am I wrong? Like every Memphis.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was really getting my nerves. Like, stop,
not
man.
this time though. Not this time.
Just stop.
Nah, we got to stop all that because it's been upsets all over the tournament. Like they're not trying to protect anybody. I mean, it's been upsets everywhere, man.
I almost thought Coach K was going.
You think they'd rather have St. Peter's in the Sweet 16
than Kentucky? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Like, come on, man. It's just.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I want to ask you guys a quick question while we're here in this realm. So at the 10 to 11 minute
Earth,
mark,
this realm, or
well, why are we right here in this Penny Hardaway metaverse? Because watch this. Because I honestly think that game was lost because Penny kept both Williams and Duren. When they both had 4 fouls, I would have sacrificed one of them. One of them would have had to be on the floor until the other one fouled out, in my opinion. He kept both of them off the floor.
Williams played 29 minutes. Like he did. He played the most minutes of anybody on the floor.
Yeah.
But the second half,
I would have liked to have seen.
I'd have kept one.
But I mean.
I don't have a tomorrow, Pete. I'd have kept one. That's my only gripe.
I'm with you. Like I would, but it's.
And the early timeout would have been okay.
He kept him. Look at how many timeouts did he kept him.
Speaking of which, we got to take a break. I got to talk about that when we come back.
Man, so I need to take a break before I get it.
The timeout situation?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it on the other side. Join us on the AutoZone listener line, 901-360-8255 as we continue here, Real Sports Talk Sports 56 and 98.5.
Brett Norsworthy and Gabe Kuhn drive you home with Sports Time on Sports 56. Brought to you by DeSoto Auto Sales. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, folks. Bob Burkhammer for the Sunrise Truck Corral. Going to buy a truck? Sunrise has new trucks, used trucks, big trucks, little trucks, custom trucks, factory trucks, long bed trucks, short bed trucks, regular cab trucks, extended cab trucks, crew cab trucks, 4-cylinder trucks, 6-cylinder trucks, 8-cylinder trucks, 2-wheel drive trucks, 4-wheel drive trucks, all-wheel drive trucks, GMC trucks, Chevy trucks, Ford trucks, Dodge trucks, diesel trucks, SUVs, light-duty trucks, heavy-duty trucks, trucks for rich folks, trucks for poor folks, trucks for young folks, trucks for old folks. Want a truck? Go online to the Sunrise Truck Corral, the old Hummer building in Bartlett.
Hey, you! Ever wanted to learn a language like French or Spanish or even Norwegian, but thought it'd be too difficult or time-consuming? Then try Babbel. Quick 10-minute lessons.
Siesta.
Bambola. Games, podcasts, even live online classes with a real teacher.
Hola, clase.
In no time, chatting about real-life topics will feel, well, effortless. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com.
Yes, it's still winter. Yes, it's still cold outside. But Family Leisure wants you to start thinking towards spring and maybe even summer. So Family Leisure's pool and patio sale is happening right now. Come to Family Leisure to get started on your outdoor living space. Yes, I know it's cold and dreary outside, but this is the perfect time to think ahead. Pools are in stock and ready to go. Brand new 2022 patio furniture is hitting the floor each and every day. In-stock hot tubs are ready for delivery. You can get fantastic deals on play gyms, trampolines, grills, and outdoor kitchens. I know you are already looking forward to spring and summer, and so does Family Leisure. But if you sit on the couch too long, the best deals will be gone. So don't wait until it's too late. Stop thinking about spring and summer. Start planning for it. The pool and patio sale is in season right now. Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road. That's Whitten at I-40, where family and fun all come together.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
If your lights seem dim, it's probably time to change them. We can help you do the job right. If you do decide to change your lights, we've got reliable replacement lights waiting for you. We've even got headlight restoration kits that can have your existing lights shining brighter. You can get whatever you need fast with our next day delivery or free same-day store pickup. Getting the job done just got easier. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
I'm with Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Shipping Kitchen. Pat, how are things downtown at the Shipping Kitchen?
Thanks, Brett. Wow, what a year it's been. 2020 threw a lot of changes at us. One of them was our great Memphis customers figured out how to ship our ribs all over the country.
Pat, we know you ship your ribs and shoulder all over the country. What are some of the other popular packages?
One of our most popular packages that's come out in the last year or two has been the barbecue nacho box. Well, our nacho box is an all Memphis box. It includes our pork shoulder. It includes our friends at Poncho's cheese dip. Also includes Brim's chips, Felicia Suzanne's peppers, a bottle of our barbecue sauce, a bottle of our famous seasoning, some reheating tips, wet naps, cook hats, and you can even throw in a box of Dinstall's Cashew Crunch for the sweet tooth.
And Pat, this ships overnight just like the rest.
Brett, it sure does.
Where do we order this great food?
You can get these boxes by visiting our website. Go to www.hogsfly.com.
In the Alley in Mr. Charlie Virgos' Rendezvous, a family-owned restaurant in downtown Memphis since 1948.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
We got London on the track. I ain't asked now for nothing. I took the heart away.
Target Tigers. There you go. It was the harder way. It was.
There it is.
I think we're all proud of him.
Oh, yeah.
We're all proud of him.
That's why it's
He's
that's
learning,
why it's
man.
disappointing. That's why it's sad. It hurts because you could see where it could have been. And
Nope.
You could see, it was,
Penny, if I catch you at my local watering hole, I got your first one, baby.
Yeah, what might have been.
Because we had the talent, man. Because I was watching the game, like, you kind of like remind yourself, you kind of remind yourself of like where guys came from. I was like, crap, Landon Nolley was like best player on this team as a freshman. One of the best players. Like, just looking at the guys on our team, like, man, we've got hella talent.
Oh, they got dudes. They got dudes. No question about it. Look at the rest of the college world and who advanced and stuff. I mean, you had the potential to do it. It just didn't. That's March. March is you have that one game and stuff happens. At least you didn't go out like some of these teams went out like a bunch of chumps. We'll talk about that coming up. We mentioned timeouts going to the break. Okay, so yes, Penny, I don't really know. I mean, I didn't think it was that big of a deal, but it is pretty bad when you basically have 3 timeouts
in your pocket
for no real good reason. At some point, probably should have called that. But I want to give a special appreciation to Steve Lapis on the call.
Oh yeah, I saw you. Go for it, baby.
This Joker.
Go for it, baby.
You got the audio?
This Joker.
Oh no, it was him tweeting it, man. That was I was reading.
And obviously I hit a nerve because people like hit my mentions were crazy after that because this dude, former coach, would not shut the hell up about timeouts. I mean, starting from basically 10 minutes in, anytime Gonzaga had anything, Penny's got to take a timeout here. Timeout. You got to have a timeout. You got to take a timeout. They're not taking a timeout. Why is he taking a timeout? There's no timeout. He got time. Like, I get it. I got it.
You were watching the CBS broadcast?
Yes.
I don't remember that. Wait, go ahead.
You want to take a timeout? I got it. Late in the game. Oh, you got to take a timeout here. They need a time. They didn't take one. They botched that situation. What are you talking about? Down 4 with 27 seconds left or whatever it was. Lester Quinones misses a 3. You didn't need a 3 here.
Yeah, I do remember that. I do remember that.
Math is
math
you
is
need
simple.
a 3.
Yeah, math is
You're
simple.
down 4. You get the quick 2 isn't even that quick.
Yeah.
You get the foul on the other end. Gonzaga's got the guy that you're going to foul is just 87% free throw shooter.
They're going to hit 2 free throws.
You're going to likely hit 2 free throws. Now you've wasted 10, 15 seconds of your 27, and you're in the exact same position. Coaches love freaking quick 2s on the ball. You don't need a 3. There's like 2 seconds left. You don't need a 3. You got plenty of time. No! The rule of thumb is if the analyst says you don't need a 3, you 100% need a 3.
Yeah.
You need a 3.
Because there's a reason why you're a forward coach.
Yeah, if you were so damn smart, you'd be hired somewhere. Shut up. God, dog, man.
I think I'm with you on that for sure,
God,
man.
it was just like and I mean, he just went into. It's like Penny just botched that. That was just really screwed up. When he did the right thing, they took a 3. Like that was their chance.
Yeah.
You hit a 3, and like
you're down
all of a sudden
one.
It's a 1-possession game.
Yep.
Regardless
of the free throws,
it's probably still gonna be a 2-possession game. Oh, you get like he would just compliment the hell out of him as he just quick 2'd to like 5 seconds left. And you're still down 4. Well, he did the right thing. You know, they had multiple quick 2s and really got. What are you talking about?
Yeah, man. And I'll say this too. I'm glad that
freaking quick 2s.
I'm glad
love it. Quick 2s.
I'm glad Darian brought us back with the Penny Hardaway song. Like I'm hearing a lot of people, whether it's fans or on the radio, or whatever, they're talking about next season and this is momentum for next year. And you know if you can get this guy, you can get these guys back. I don't know who's coming back next year. Like that's your guess as good as mine as far as who's going to be back. That could be anybody. You know what I mean? It could be some guys that could surprise you either way as far as coming back or leaving. But the thing that I'm most excited about is this year's growth and transition for Penny Hardaway from beginning of the year to the end of the year feels like it's going to stick. I'm hoping that that he really had a lot of learning experiences this year of things that he would have done different. Because if he can have a year like you said where he gives, like we talk about 4 quarters of basketball, if he can have 4 quarters of the season where he eliminates as much of the nonsense as he can. He's got something going with this program now. And to show up on that big stage, take on the best team in the country, according to rankings or whatever, and to show people that, Memphis basketball is here, I think that's huge for him. I don't really care or know about what pieces are going to be back next year, but I think this year is a learning experience for him. And we really saw him mature as the year went on. That's what I'm excited about. I don't really care about who's coming back because I don't know, man.
I'm so proud of you. Look at how you sound talking about Penny compared to a couple of weeks ago, months ago.
I've clowned the nonsense. Like, you're not going to sell me S and convince me that it's sugar. Like,
but it wasn't Penny.
And people been trying to do that the whole season. I'm like, nah, man, y'all got to stop the crap, man. Like, there are things that Penny, this is on Penny. Like, it's not. He's said it himself. And he's admitted the stuff that he's done wrong the entire time. So, I don't feel wrong for criticizing him for stuff that he admitted himself.
No, it wasn't you. I mean, as far as the fan base, if Penny changed your words, that's what I mean, so to speak. Penny made you sound this way. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you can't
Penny
argue with
did
success
this.
just like you can't argue with failure. You know what I mean?
Job,
so,
Penny.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving him props for.
It was, and I mean, I think there's a lot of defensiveness during the season from Penny. I think that's where that whole, stop asking me stupid effing questions came from.
And they kept bringing it
very
up,
defensive. Man. Well, I mean, it was ridiculous. Like, you should have done it. It was ridiculous. That's a you can't let them see you sweat. That's the classic saying, and that's that he let everyone see him sweat. He was really sweating it. But by the same token, you have to say that the improvement across the board from that team was tangible. And by the end of the year, they were, an extremely good group. I never thought we'd see them have a game against Gonzaga where they only shoot 4 of 19 from 3. Mm-hmm. And yet they're in it. Why? Because they turned the ball over 5 times in the game.
Yeah.
I mean, the Tigers.
That alone
turned the ball over 5 times in the first 3 minutes of the season against, Lemoyne Owen and whoever. Like, that's.
Yeah.
And it could have easily, Pete, been 4 had Alo just shot the ball, the one where he kind of let it go. Where he kind of let it go. He does that once a game, too. If y'all watch that, he does that once a game.
Figures out in the air.
He does that once a game, too.
No, but look, the Tigers, 5 turnovers was a
miracle.
That was a 3-minute stretch, a 4-minute stretch in the season.
Right. That
had 12,
made me mad,
13,
man.
14 turnovers in the first half of games. Like, you play the best team by far that you play, the best team in the country, and you only have 5 what is essentially a road game because you're up in Portland. There's tons of Gonzaga fans. That was clearly a Gonzaga crowd. That's phenomenal.
Yep.
That's a phenomenal performance.
Right.
So, you have to give them props for that. Just, here's the problem. You only had 2 steals, 2 blocks. You didn't really
impose your
you didn't
will.
really in the second half in particular, you just really lost the initiative. They only turned the ball over 7 times. Penny's teams are known for kind of turning other teams over and getting them out of their rhythm. You never really got Gonzaga out of their rhythm. Gonzaga always looked really comfortable for the most part, in the game, particularly in the second half, obviously. And then but that's because you got a dude like Nembhard, who's been around the block time and time again, who's a big time college player, 5 of 10 from 3. Timmy, who was absolutely magnificent in the second half, and Strawther, Bolton, and obviously Holmgren, who's a game changer in many ways. They didn't, they basically played 5 guys, had a little bit of their bench here and there, but for people to talk about bench play and all this stuff and what Penny did, I'm here to tell you again in March, and I'll say it again. You only got to play 5 dudes.
Absolutely.
Like they basically played. Nembhard played all 40. Timmy played all but 4 minutes. Strawther and Bolton played all but 7 minutes. Holmgren went out because he had a little bit of foul issue, but otherwise he probably would have played even more.
That's what the surprise is. That wasn't a surprise. We knew they were going to do that.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
Right. And that's another thing too. I'm gonna touch on it. I know a lot of fans are upset about the foul thing, and I'll say this. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. People are saying, "Well, Gonzaga was getting all these fouls and we weren't." Gonzaga came out like running their stuff to perfection in the second half, doing what they do with the purpose. Everybody knew where they were supposed to be. They were running Gonzaga basketball stuff. That type of stuff is easier to get a foul call than when it's obvious that you just kind of disjointed and like you just kind of trying to make a way out of no way. Like refs can become fans on the court, and when they're seeing basketball being ran correctly, they're more likely to call you for disrupting that than for you when you're obviously just kind of disjointed and just kind of doing stuff. And a lot of the stuff the Tigers was doing was a lot of one-on-one stuff, a lot of pick-and-roll stuff. So it's a lot harder to get those type of foul calls when it's obvious that what you're doing isn't within the actual flow of an actual well-oiled offense or whatever. Something else that I gathered from the game, like you said, the turnover thing. You were talking about that earlier. I was getting upset about that too because it's like we've heard so many excuses for this season. Because I remember I got on Twitter one time and I said that this team is dysfunctional and toxic and all those type of things. And people got mad at me. And I'm like, okay, how would you describe it? You know what I mean? If you can turn it on at the end of the season and say, all right, y'all, let's quit BS and let's not turn the ball over. And you do it that easily against one of the better teams in the country, that means that throughout the season you were just an undisciplined team. It was like, all right, we'll stop turning the ball over when it matters. You know what I mean? And that type of stuff, like I said, I'm very well pleased with how they looked at the end of the season, but I just can't fix my mouth to say that it was a good season. I just can't do it. Like I'm glad that they made the tournament. I'm extremely glad they made the tournament. And like I said, I see a lot of promise in Coach Hardaway because he's the guy. Like we said, if he's not the guy, there is no guy. if Penny Hardaway isn't the answer for Tiger basketball, there is no guy. We joked about Murray State's coach. He's headed to LSU. You know what I mean? So there is no if Penny ain't the guy to get this program where it has to be, that guy is not the guy does not exist. And I'm glad that it looks like he's getting it. He's getting experience. He's getting his footing. He's seeing what it takes to be a Gonzaga level team. And but yeah, it's still to me. I still have a weird disappointment with how the season is going because we should have been much. That was not a 9th seeded team in the NCAA tournament. And like I said, the future looks bright. I'm not particularly saying it because of the roster, but like I said, I think Penny gained tools to add to his toolbox to take this team take this program to the next level.
I think so. And again, just a huge, I think a huge credit to the improvement they made. But I think you're right, and we've talked about it throughout the year, and I think we've been pretty level-headed about it. So I don't have to, undo or change anything. Like, the honesty is, this team could have done more.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You can simultaneously be proud of what they accomplished in the way in which they did it, while also admitting to yourself that it could have been more, and it probably should have been more.
Mm-hmm.
Those aren't conflicting things. Those two things can coexist. That's kind of where we are right now with this group. But from a coaching standpoint, I mean, you have to be proud. From Penny's point of view, this was the best from an offensive rating point of view. This was the best offensive rating game of the year for the Tigers. 132.2 points per 100 possessions. That's the best of any game that they ever played. Their best turnover percentage They only turn the ball over on 7.3% of their possessions. Now, this year, on average, they were the 351st in the country, turning the ball over on 22.5% of their possessions. That's almost 1 in 4 possessions that they turn the ball over. Against Gonzaga, best team they played, that was 7.3%. A massive improvement in what has been the worst stat for them. That is to their enormous credit in order to say that. But the problem on the other end, they only forced Gonzaga to turn the ball over on 10% of its possessions. That is the lowest total of the year as well from the Tigers. They did not, and they had games where they forced the opponent to turn it over on 30% of possessions in the case of one of the games against Houston, 29% of possessions in the game against Tulane, 32% from Western Kentucky. They had multiple games like that where they're just super disruptive. And in this game, they just weren't. And, that's not as surprising because Gonzaga is a phenomenal team and a team full of veterans, and they have plenty of poise. So you're not gonna get them out of their stuff. But that was the difference. You forced probably 2 or 3 more turnovers, and Tigers win that game. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. Unfortunately, fine margins really matter in March.
Yeah, man. I don't know if we didn't talk about this at all before the game because it really wasn't a thing at that time. But because when we went off the air Wednesday, there was a story about is Imani Bates going to play, but it didn't have any steam to it when we left Wednesday. Mm-hmm. He definitely played in both games. Like the whole thing, man. It's just like what if we had just managed that kid better this year? Like what could he have been if we were able to actually use him? If nothing was like as a spot up shooter,
sniper. I was gonna say that,
or just a spot up shooter, or just a score, or just a guy who can just kind of score in your half court.
You could tell mentally. I mean, he came in jacking
he was
in
ready.
that game.
He was
and
ready.
He got that 3 and like, okay, all right. I mean,
ready.
He was ready to go. Like, that bodes well for him wherever he ends up, whether he stays here or whether he goes somewhere else. I mean, mentally, his ability to come back in after missing 2 months and in the middle of a tournament and pressure and all that stuff, and coming in and looking okay, like as about as he had some issues on defense and all that, but that he had issues on defense before he went out. So,
quick question before we go to break: did that rid us of the conspiracy theory that his back really wasn't hurting? Does that really mean he was actually hurt? He would have played with us throughout those games because we thought he shut it down.
Nah, but there's his back can be a problem.
He really was hurt,
while also kind of.
I don't think that his back was what we just saw. Like, I don't think the time of he was been gone was legit. Yeah, it could be something going on. Something's going on with John Morant's knee and his back, but John's out there playing.
Because I think all of us would have bet that he wouldn't have been playing. So my thing is the fact that he played, isn't it some form of good sign?
I mean,
it has to be, right?
As far as his future goes,
it has
but
to be, right?
I think it's once you get to the offseason, anything, it could be. I don't know what.
I think it depends on who's if anybody leaves. I think it depends on who leaves and why.
If that guy comes back, man.
Oh yeah, because if you, I said this on Twitter over the weekend. If you can find a way to bring back Minot and Bates, you've got 2 awesome players you can build around. Like seriously,
man.
That's it. Yep, we will see. All right, so when we return, we're going to talk to our buddy Mayor Mike. We're going to talk about the rest of the NCAA tournament as well, including a disastrous tournament for the SEC, except for them Hogs. We'll discuss that. We'll also get into some more breaking college basketball news as John Morant's favorite coach.
Oh yeah,
besides Taylor Jenkins, is finally going to find himself a new home after a long time. It's been a while.
Y'all pray for me. I'm kind of struggling over here.
Yeah, you just kind of dropped that in on us. You broke that to me. I was like, what?
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Coming up. Also some breaking broadcasting news as well. So all that. We
continue.
Real Sports Talk, Sports 56.
The all-new Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Brought to you by Action 24/7, James Gaddis Jewelers, and Acura of Memphis. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10 right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Looking for some action? Sports gambling is legal in Tennessee. Action247.com. Local, legal. A sportsbook by Tennesseans for Tennesseans. Go to Action247.com. Register and place your bets. Are you a sharp or a first-time bettor? Action 24/7 has you covered. Visit us online at Action247.com. Local, legal. Action 24/7. you got action.
Problem gambling? Call 1-800-889-9789.
The next time you're driving into work or just getting out of the house to grab some breakfast or lunch and you see that fast food drive-through line and you know at the end of that is nothing but disappointment, well, pass right by and head to Sunrise on Jefferson. Don't settle for food that tastes just like the cardboard container it came in. Take yourself and anyone else that happens to be in the car to Sunrise and enjoy fast, fresh food made just for you. Stop settling and start enjoying breakfast and lunch. Enjoy some Sunrise.
Hey, you! Ever wanted to learn a language like French or Spanish or even Norwegian but thought it'd be too difficult or time-consuming? Then try Babbel. Quick 10-minute lessons.
Siesta.
Bambola. Games, podcasts, even live online classes with a real teacher.
Hola, clase.
In no time, chatting about real-life topics will feel, well, effortless. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com.
What's happening Mid-South? Are you ready for a new ride from Gossett Kia on the Pike? We got it covered. Take your pick, 2022 Kia Soul LX or 2022 Kia Forte LSX. We got it at $199 for 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing. And let your adventure begin in 2022 Kia Sorento LX. $299 for 36-month lease and $39.99 due at signing. Plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. You got to make your move today to Gossett Kia on the Pike. Come see Bobby J. He'd love to put you in a new Kia today. That's Gossett Kia, 1900 Covington Pike, or shop 24/7 at KiaCovingtonPike.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage. Sold in 7/18/2252. MSRP $20,960. Forte NE 461,574. MSRP $20,770. Sorrento $899,0199. MSRP $32,120. Includes all rebates and incentives. $695 PF. Must finance through Kia. Excludes tax title and license. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 4/4/2022 with approved credit. Dealer stock only.
If you want to make money in sales, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. If you can sell, Flynn Broadcasting has a great career waiting for you. If you can sell, we have great benefits, salary, commission, sales leads, and a great place to work. If you can sell, let us know today. Send your resume to jobs@flynn.com. Can everyone sell? No. But if you can, Flynn Broadcasting wants you. Apply today at jobs@flynn.com. Start your great career today at jobs@flynn.com. Flynn Broadcasting wants you.
Knotfest Roadshow is back.
Of the moderate me.
This Tuesday, FedEx Forum, featuring Slipknot. Plus special guests in this moment and wage war. On sale now. Buy tickets at livenation.com. Visit NotFestRoadshow.com for more. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
I think we're still trying to get Mary and Mike on. He's
we're working on it.
Delivering the baby right now, I think.
You got Mary Mike.
Okay, good.
Don't worry about it. You got Mary Mike. As we continue here, hour number one in the Family Leisure Studios. Mary Mike.
What up?
What up, homie?
Your Honor, what up?
Man, chilling. How y'all doing, man?
Good, brother. Good.
Doing good. I appreciate Mary Mike because he always gives me the heads up when he cooks thighs. He's on thigh watch.
Oh, I've been a thigh guy too.
Thigh watch.
In
but you don't tag me. You don't tag me in. He tags me in.
I thought about tagging the other day, but I ain't
check me out. I appreciate that.
I always got you, Pete. I'm always gonna go there.
They look good, man. I bet they were good too. They look good.
Pete, you talking about thighs? You see Mike with that salmon?
Yeah.
I'm like,
but I mean, salmon's fine. I like salmon, but thighs, man. Thighs.
Them salmon and what do you have? Brussels sprouts?
Stop saying salmon. I do salmon.
Sweet potatoes.
Get out, salmon's. I mean, salmon's fine, but thighs are where salmon's.
Yeah. I've been on them boneless thighs hard over the last few months.
Salmon's just whatever. Salmon's just whatever. It's fine. I do salmon all the time. It's great. So the thighs, come on, man.
It's a different lick. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Different. Jeez.
Speaking of thighs, hold on. Speaking of thighs? St. Patrick's Day.
Malika?
Yeah, Malika Andrews will be in Memphis with you. No. St. Patrick's Day was last week. I forgot to get with you about this to tell people what to do on St. Patrick's Day this year. But how did you spend St. Patrick's Day, Mike?
Let's just say I'm still recovering.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Mike, you kind of fell off a little bit too. You used to be a Wolverine when it came down to the recovery, man. But you're not that guy anymore.
Man, look, man, when you start drinking at 5 and you don't end until like 1 o'clock in the morning, bro, you are no longer a Wolverine. It's over at that point. Nah, man, we turned up, man. We turned up. It was a lot of good times, man. I wore a traditional Irish suit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was just something I got at Party City with a whole lot of shamrocks on it, but it was dope. Yeah, we just bar hop, man. That's always been my thing, man. But I don't go to like the, like Kiltig or what's the Brass Door or stuff like that. It'd be too crowded, man. Way too crowded.
So where do you hit? Like stuff in the square? You go downtown? Where are you hitting?
Yeah, so I hit like little bars downtown. So we went to, which is funny, we went to Slider Inn first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was crowded in the mud. We got a drink, but we were hungry, and it was like it was 2-hour wait. So we went across the street to the Good Fortune Chinese place or whatever.
Yeah.
Korean place. I think it's Korean, but Chinese. Well, it's Asian food.
Okay.
Let's say that. Let's be inclusive. And, man, we ate there, man, had a ball, but they had St. Patrick's Day special. So we stayed there for a couple of hours and got lit, and I had a whole lot of sake, and then we went on to, where did we go after that? We went to Bar Dog, and we went to Arise and Long Shot. Yeah, that's where we went.
Okay. That sounds cool.
Yeah.
This is the first St. Patrick's Day in a while where there were like no COVID restrictions. So what was that like this year?
Man, I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but we ain't had none last year.
It was in vogue this year to be no restrictions. Like,
This year it was like official, but like I've always kind of, hung out at places where folks ain't worried. Nobody was worried about that. But that's how I traditionally get down. But for everybody else, yeah, man, it was cool. It was good to see everybody out. It was a lot of people out, and I enjoy St. Patrick's Day, man. And I wish my people, black people, had a good turn up drinking holiday.
Yeah, we need one, man.
We need one of those, man, because me
and you've been talking about converting MLK Day for a while. We've been talking about trying to make
or either that one or Juneteenth, man. It just needs to be a drinking holiday.
For me, MLK means man, let's kick it. That's what MLK means.
Man, let's kick it. I like it.
Obviously, you designed some of the flyers for these parties.
I like
MLK.
that.
MLK Day.
Hey, I like that. I think we should do it, man.
Yeah, we got to make it happen, man.
But it's like in January, though, man. It's a little cold.
A little cold, yeah. Juneteenth. We got to do something with Juneteenth. Yeah, there you go.
Juneteenth. We'll make up a new one.
Well, whenever there's St. Patrick's Day, there's definitely a lot of beer drinking. There's a new beer hitting the city. Can you tell us about that, Mary Mike?
Yeah. So it's 2 new beers, man. Well, one's not a beer, one's a seltzer. So shout out to my homie Paula Rayford, man. She's got 2 new beers coming out today. I'm going to the release. I believe it's, man, don't give me, I'm going to say the wrong brewery. I'm not going to say the brewery. I know it's not Memphis made, and they're my people. But I can't remember the name of the brewery off the top of my head. But they're having a release today for the public. She's got one called Dynamite Disco. And I forgot the other one's name, man. But it's the seltzer, man. I think it's Hollywood Shuffle or something like that. But shout out to Paula, man, because, when you go to Rayford's, all you really want is a beer in there, and they're the tall can. So it fits right in with what they do over there at Rayford's, man.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
No doubt.
When does that come out?
Gotta do that.
When does it come out?
Today. It drops today.
Nice.
Yeah, it drops today, man. It drops today. I do want to say, man, I just want to shout out someone, man, because I was on the bandwagon, and I hate that I was, man. But shout out to Penny Hardaway, man. I'm going to come up and publicly say I said that I wanted Penny to go, and I regret those words. I regret those words, man. But, he just had an eval like every job. You get an eval, and, it don't look good. He turned it around. He's a good employee now. He's employee of the month. So
yeah, look at him. Employee of the month.
Employee of the month now.
He gets to park up front.
Yeah, exactly, man. Look at that turnaround.
Yeah, man.
Got his picture on the front.
Yeah, I told a story when I was in high school, Mike. I got straight Fs one time my first 6 weeks of school. Like, I purposely got all Fs just because I was super bored. I said, I'm just going to challenge myself to, like, turn these Fs into Bs and Cs. And I did it my 10th grade year. Like I just said, screw it. And, like,
I mean,
that's how I feel.
I like this story thing, but why would you go in purposely wanting to get ill?
I was that board, man. Like, I was that weird. I was that weird in that board as a kid.
That's a weird board, bro.
I was like, yeah, I'm just going to challenge myself to dig myself out of these straight F's. And I did it. So.
I mean, I guess if you want to do it to be like, hey, there's a new crop of girls coming in next year. I want to be in the class with them.
Yeah, I want to be. It is kind of risky. That's back when they had failed your ass too. That's back.
That's a very risky move, bro.
We went to school when kids actually failed grades, so yeah, it was kind of a risky move.
Yeah,
for sure.
they would actually hold you back.
Mm-hmm.
Man. Yeah, man, that's always weird, man. I had to retake a class in high school, man, chemistry, bro. I had to retake it my senior year, man, and I was in there with like 9th graders. It was the worst feeling of all time.
Oh man.
It was the worst feeling of all time, you know. But it's kind of like when I went to college at 25 and I'm in there with 18-year-olds.
Hey.
So, you know, I was buying all
that
the
might not be
beer,
the worst
bro.
thing in the world.
I was buying all the alcohol for everybody.
Exactly. They'll call you Mr. Mike. What they call you?
Yeah, bro.
By the way, it's Grind City Brewing. That's doing,
Grind City. Thank you.
Grind
thank
City's
you,
doing
thank
the Rayford's beer. It's a Hollywood Hustle, which is a Pilsner, easy drinking, a la what you would get at Rayford's, just some random Pilsner, and then Disco Dynamite is a gin and juice.
Oh,
seltzer.
gin and juice. Okay, cool.
Seltzer with
all
a little
right.
gin and juice. You'll get a little of that orange juice feel, they say.
Sounds like the same folks that make A-Ball and MJG's beer, if I'm not mistaken.
That's
not
Beale
them?
Street Brewery.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, that's Beale Street.
Those names are kind of funky.
Yeah.
They got the Rookie of the Year too, the John Morant Rookie of the Year. Well,
yeah, and they got the 1 cent over there too.
Yeah, man. Shout out to local beer, man.
Man, shout out to local beer. All local beer, man. Stand up.
Yeah, all y'all.
Pew, pew, pew.
Well, man, Mike, we appreciate you, brother. Like every week, you let us know where to be and where not to be. What's going on? Anything coming up this weekend?
Man, I'm adulting, man. I'm putting the sprinkler system in, so I don't know.
Well, I'm going to give you one. Tomorrow night, I'm not sure if I'll be there or not, but at Hernando's, is it Hernando's Hideaway or Hernando's Hideout? What is it called? Right here.
Hideaway. It's
Hernando's Hideaway. They have like a local band jam session. It's going to start back tomorrow, actually. They took a break off. They're coming back. I think it starts at 8. But look it up, though, man. My boy Streeter. My boy Streeter puts it together every week, and it's absolutely amazing. I went to the last one they had before they took the break, and they're coming back. They're coming back tomorrow, so I'll probably be there for sure.
I'm check it out. Shout out to you for putting me on Black Cream too, bro. They dope as hell.
For real, where you saw it?
You told me about Black Cream, man, and I've been working with them a little bit.
Yeah, that's their group, man, for sure.
Yeah. I like them a lot, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely gonna check them out, man.
All right, man. They'll be there tomorrow too, I'm sure.
All right, cool, man.
All right.
Thanks, man.
All right, bro.
All right.
I gotta hit the button.
Wrap it up, B.
Never mind. He always wrap it up.
But yeah,
we gotta get out of here. Hour number 2 on the way. Stick around.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
If you have damage to your home and have your insurance carrier involved, you need a great contractor. You also need a team that has seen claims of all shapes and sizes, residential or commercial. After our inspection, we'll share our findings and give you our professional opinion. Some people say you get what you pay for. However, our opinion is free. Trust the name you can depend on, like the tens of thousands of families Brian and I have served over the past 20 years here in the Mid-South. Brian Elder Roofing. We'll measure your roof from outer space and share our team's experience for your property and claim. Repaired roofs, replacement roofs, big roofs, tiny roofs, insurance roofs, flat roofs, TPO roofs, asphalt roofs, tile roofs, slate roofs, metal roofs. If your roof needs some love, call me. 901-867-0303 for Brian Elder Roofing and Contracting.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Spring is around the corner. That means the sounds of air conditioners cranking up will be in the air soon. Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. This month only, receive $1,000 off the purchase of a new Carrier AC unit. No gimmicks. Just $1,000 off for the Choates Early Bird Carrier AC Special. If your AC is in good shape, call us to get your $60 20-point AC tune-up to get your AC cleaned and ready for the warm seasons ahead. Choates is here for all your cooling, heating, plumbing, air duct cleaning, and commercial needs. Call us today at 347-8086 to take advantage of these early bird specials. Or to schedule online, visit ChoatesHVAC.com. So turn to the experts with Choates. And remember, let our family serve your family.
Oh, Jeff Allen, what's shaking over there at Gossett Kia South on Mount Moriah?
The walls are shaking because the deals are phenomenal on Mount Moriah. Check this out, Randy. You can take your pick from a 2022 Kia Soul LX or a 2022 Kia LXS. We got it for $199 for 36-month lease, $27.99 due at signing.
Hey, Jeff, what do you got in an SUV?
A Venture Ready over here with the 2022 Kia Sorento LX, $299 for 36-month lease and $39.99 due at signing.
And every Gossett Kia comes equipped with a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty.
So whether you live in Horn Lake, South Haven, Olive Branch, or Memphis, you'll be happy at Gossett Kia Mount Moriah.
Or online, KiaMountMoriah.com. 36-month leases, $650 acquisition fee, $30,000 per year, 20 cents excess mileage, sold in 7/18/2252, MSRP $20,960, Forte NE 461,574, MSRP $20,770, Sorrento $899,0199, MSRP $32,120, includes all rebates and incentives, $695 PF, must finance through Kia, excludes tax file and licensee, dealer for complete details, offer valid through 4/4/2022 with approved credit, dealer stock only.
Knotfest Roadshow is back. This Tuesday, FedEx Forum, featuring Slipknot. Plus special guests in this moment and wage war. On sale now. Buy tickets at livenation.com. Visit NotFestRoadshow.com for more.
Simple, smooth, and every sip as easy as the last. Tito's handmade vodka tastes just as good with tap water as it does with your favorite mixer. Back in the day, Tito distilled, hand bottled, taste tested, sent to a few friends, then taste tested again to give you the finest juice around. No frills, no flavors, no fancy labels, just the good stuff. Just Tito's. For recipes, videos, and more, visit Tito'sVodka.com.
Distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas, 40% alcohol by volume, namely 80 proof, crafted to be savored responsibly.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
I got my mind made up.
Come on.
Get into it. Let it ride. Tonight's
Come on.
I got my mind made up. Come on. Get into it.
Yeah.
Hour number 2 in the Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together. Spring is right around the corner. Hey, you know that. If you were out this weekend, you could feel that. It's beautiful. Beautiful weather. I was out the Botanic Garden. It's nice, man.
You and your chicken thighs out there at the Botanic Garden.
I wish. No, but they had the Cherry Blossom Festival. It's great. They had all these food trucks over there with different Asian cuisine. They had the Japanese food truck. They had the Chinese food truck. They had different, and it was all cool. Like, and mostly Japanese. It's great. Like, because it was a Japanese honored festival. Wonderful. Problem was that everybody ran out of food. And so the two trucks that were open had lines out the yin-yang. And
no pun intended.
And then, and so I stood in line for about 45 minutes, and I was like, you know what, that's it, I'm done. And then by that time, I had to go to work. I called the Memphis Under NFC match with Tim Van Horn this weekend. So it's just, that wasn't ideal. But it was nice to be standing in line, at least in nice weather.
Hey, man.
I didn't get to enjoy the Cherry Blossom Festival as much as I would have liked. But
I'm super confused about this soccer season, too. Because it seemed like when soccer started last year, it wasn't this time of year.
Well, last year, you remember the first 5 matches or so were COVID affected.
Ooh.
So Memphis 901 FC didn't start until probably mid-April, I guess. So you might be confused by that. This is when it normally starts.
Okay.
Were you
it goes
excited
mid-March
about the header?
until it goes mid-March till
All right, so that's why I was confused because I was like, nah, bro, it was not this time of year when they started last year. All right, I got you.
No,
that makes sense.
It goes mid-March till October.
I got you.
And shout out to 901FC. They won on a beautiful night.
Header.
Absolutely perfect night. Beautiful night. 2-1 victory. A great free kick and a great header. It was really good stuff. So, yeah, love it. It's good. It was good.
Stealing my thunder.
So the rest of the NCAA tournament, we talked to Tigers, obviously. The rest of the tournament, what in the world is happening with the SEC?
Wild stuff, SEC,
I mean,
man.
Let's start with the biggest offender of all. Kentucky loses to St. Peter's of Jersey City, and a man who looks like he finished third place in an Adam Morrison lookalike contest, the Little Rock Chili's.
Yeah.
Who, I mean, phenomenal player, but you can't lose to that guy. You can't. You just can't.
No,
You can't lose to that guy. And Kentucky was worse and worse. Their guys look scared to death, and the guy that looks most scared of all was John Calipari. And this loss was on him. I mean, they really did not.
Whoever heard that before?
Well, sometimes it's overblown, but in this case, I think it was
blown appropriately.
It was properly blown. It was. Did we get a phone call from Deshaun Watson? Okay. Anyway, it was properly assessed to Cal. The way that team, they repeatedly blew coverages. At one point, he's having a disagreement with one of his assistant coaches about what defense that they're supposed to play and what the assignment was for one of the players, which that can't happen at any point, especially in a tournament game. On top of that, Kenny Payne, who was a longtime, assistant recruiting guru, had gone to the Knicks and is now coming back to coach Louisville, your biggest rival. So you've got a guy that is a recruiting, monster right there with you.
That's a big That's a big job for him too, man.
Well, and I mean, it's just And so Cal is for the first time I having, followed the situation. And I'm pretty close with some Kentucky folks. This is the first time that I've seen there are legitimate Kentucky people that are calling for his job,
which is crazy.
But it is kind of crazy, but it's also kind of not crazy.
Kind of not.
It's been 7 years since they went to a Final Four. It's been 10 years since they won a national championship. With all the levels of talent they had their worst season last year in basically program history, and this was their worst tournament result in program history. So any coach that follows up the worst season with the worst tournament result, you should be on the hot seat at that point. And on top of that, you have, they had a kid, a Shaden Sharp kid who is probably going to be a top 10 pick, a lottery pick, and he didn't even play. He's sitting there on the bench, and they didn't want to rush him. I don't know, but he didn't play. And so you may just waste a guy that's going to be, that level of talent. They're going to have dudes transfer out. They're going to have dudes that go to the league. I think there's only 2 or 3 guys that are guaranteed to come back next year. It's a lot of just question as to how he's going to fill that roster out. I don't know, man. I think he looks like a guy who is ready to kind of take a step back. Like I don't think the passion is there. I don't think the intensity is there. That he's wound super tight. I don't think it's there anymore. And I think he's really struggled as a result of that. And
you just have to be careful, man. You just have to be careful because players, they're following personalities now. They're following coaches. And we've seen Billy Gillispie at Kentucky. You know what I mean? We remember those years of what that looked like. And it's not going to be like, Calipari is going, it's still Kentucky. You can get whoever you want to get. Like, you can have some very lean years where playing in the Final Four isn't even on your radar. You know what I mean? Like it's we're in the personality era when it comes down to these kids.
But if you see a guy who is on the downside of it, then you really have to do something about it. I mean, you can let it slide if you want, but it's also going to let that program slide. The way that you saw with Bobby Knight in Indiana and all that. Like things can slide and slide. You can be a legendary coach or whatever, and if you lose your fastball, then you lose your fastball. Yeah. I agree that you need to have the right guy in mind to replace him, but at this point now, and I didn't expect to be saying this, but at this point now, I think you have to be thinking about, if things start to go sideways this offseason and into next year, I think you got to start thinking about a divorce for both parties.
Oh, no.
And he's because he's making $8-9 million a year. I mean, like come on now. And I mean,
that's a risk, man.
And
it's
he's
a big
not.
risk.
I mean, look, honestly, is he the best? Is he the best coach in Kentucky? I mean, Matt McMahon,
Woo!
who at Murray State, victorious in round 1 in a thrilling matchup with San Francisco. Great game in the first round, and they lose in the second round to St. Peter's, who is now undisputed champions of Kentucky. They've beaten everybody in Kentucky. St. Peter's is the kings of Kentucky. Matt McMahon goes to LSU and replaces Will Wade there. Got some issues, questions. I was wondering why Matt McMahon, if you ever he's been there for 7 years at Murray State.
Coach John Moran, of course.
Obviously Coach John, but like if you just listen to the guy and you heard him after the game, and every time I've ever heard him talk, and I've watched a fair bit of Murray because of Ja, when he was there at that point and all that, and listening to what he just sounds like a good, level-headed guy, and he's clearly a good coach because he's gotten a lot of significant talent. I mean, they got the kid Tevin Brown, who's going to be he'll be in the league, and they've got some other really talented dudes that are at Murray. He's obviously a good recruiter and a good dude. So I'm just surprised when you see some schools, Florida going with San Francisco's coach instead of him. And LSU, I was surprised that it took him this long to get a gig anyway, but I figured after this offseason he'd have to get one.
You think
to me it makes perfect sense. I think he's going to be.
I think I would have waited this one out a little bit more if I were him. Is LSU the best gig?
It's been 7 years.
I mean, I'm talking about this offseason.
No, LSU's a good gig though. LSU's a good gig.
Oh no, bro.
If you're at Murray,
I know it's a come,
yeah.
but I'm saying I think what if you'd wait on Calipari?
You could be waiting for. What if he has a great year? You could be waiting forever.
No, I'm saying this year. What if Kentucky gets rid of Calipari?
But I'm saying you're not going to.
But I'm saying we just got done talking about that though. Like, what if?
Man, look, what if he waits and Murray has a bad year, then he's off the right?
No, I'm not saying wait another year. I'm saying I would have waited this particular offseason.
No, they're not getting rid of Cal. It ain't happening.
I ain't particularly saying for Cal, bro, but I think he could have got a better job than LSU.
Who? Where?
LSU has a lottery pick on it.
LSU's got
lottery pick on it.
LSU's a team that has historically gone to Final Fours. They got tons of the talent down there. They always have NBA dudes. They got dudes.
Trendon Wofford.
That's a really good. That's a good spot for him. I think it's a great spot. I'd be thrilled. LSU, as far as jobs go, it's a better job than Auburn. And look what Bruce Pearl did with Auburn. LSU's a better job than Auburn.
You don't have to worry about money.
LSU's a better job than Alabama in basketball. It's the best SEC job outside of Arkansas, Kentucky, obviously, Tennessee, Florida, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Florida's Florida and LSU are kind of similar. I think it's a really good job. It's better than Ole Miss, better than Mississippi State, better than Mizzou. I mean, I think it's a good get. It's a
With
good
the
get
football
for them.
money, they would have to have good facilities too, right? You would think.
Yeah, I think the
basketball
facilities are not. It's basketball. The facilities are not that big of a deal.
I feel bad for my races, man.
Yeah, they'll be all right. John's gonna get him a new coach. T. Morant will be the new head
Coach
coach.
T. Morant
of the Murray
Coach
State.
T.
Coach T. Coach Phil, his uncle, whatever. It's gonna be
Uncle Phil. Yeah,
Uncle Phil gonna be up there. The SEC though, so Kentucky choke job, and then we got, speaking of choke jobs, Rick Barnes back at it again in March. We talked about it. This is a thing, and Tennessee fans, and obviously having gone to the school, I know plenty. Never, ever, 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 at least the ones I talked to, were never comfortable with this season. No matter how well they were playing, no matter how well they did in the SEC tournament, no matter what happened, they were really improved. They deserved better than a 3 seed. They probably deserved a 2 seed. Not that it would have mattered. And they were playing so well. And in first round against Longwood, they scored 50 points in the first half, looked really good, shot the ball well, all that looks great. But you just know with a Rick Barnes team that something like this is going to happen. It's just inevitable. And if it happens a few times, a handful of times, listen, it's March. We've seen the legendary Coach K get knocked out by Mercer in the first round. We've seen the best of the best end up champions and all that stuff. So stuff like that happens. But when it happens year in and year out, virtually every time in a predictable way, Tennessee fans could have just predicted how that was going to go down.
Yeah.
That's a problem. And it sucks because Rick Barnes has done such a good job of, lifting that program. It's in great shape. They're recruiting extremely well. They win a bunch of games. They're in, the campus. They're doing great money-wise, all that. He's put the program in a fantastic position compared to where it was.
Right. But still, you get
But that is such a big thing, man. Because March is what it's all about, man. It just is. It's
and they're getting out of there super early
every time.
Yep.
It's just he's inevitably going to lose to a team that he shouldn't lose to.
Yeah, for sure. Did you see
the offense just falls apart? It happens every year. It's the stupid offense. Every year he's slow to make adjustments that need to be made. He's just not a. This man couldn't get out of the second round with Kevin Durant.
And other NBA players on their roster as well.
But it's Kevin Durant.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
It's Kevin Durant.
KD plus other guys that are in the
I don't
league.
care if it's KD plus Tyler Harris and
No, I'm saying that team had 4 NBA players.
I don't care.
It's
got one all-time great,
yeah.
and you got to at least get out of the second round.
Speaking of choke jobs, I saw Kelvin Sampson with his shirt off, still recovering from that. I also watched it again just to make sure what I saw is what I thought I saw. What do you think ends up with him? That Houston team again.
I told you.
Houston, yeah, you did say it.
I
was
told
like,
you.
Houston's gonna be trash. They're gonna get up out of here. But yeah, Houston again. They're still alive. Made it to the Sweet 16. Do you think he gets up out of Houston or
no?
You think I would stay there, man. I ain't gonna lie.
What do you mean get some out?
I would stay there and win.
He's had his he had his opportunities, and he had that situation with Oklahoma where he was on probation and all that. No, he's 60. How old is he? 60 something. No, he's
him and Penny can have a great. They can be at the top of their conference for years.
Kelvin Sampson is he's had these team. Man, let's look. Okay, let's look at what he's done. He arrived at Houston from Indiana back in 2015. Okay, so 2015, first year, they go 13-19. He's rebuilding that program. From that point on, 2016 they win 22 games. 2017 they win 22 games. They don't make the tournament either of those games. So year 4 he makes the tournament for the first time, and they win. They're a 6 seed. They get to the round of 32, lose in the second round. That's a 27-win team. From that point on, here's what we got: Sweet 16 and a 33-win team. Then the COVID year, no tournament. Last year, Final Four as a 2 seed. This year, Sweet 16 and who knows what. The guy he has built a program.
He's that dude, man.
He has built a program at Houston. They play a very predictable style. They lost their best player, early in this, before this season even really got going. You were missing 2 players for a long time this year, but he's got them in such they're so they play his style. It's obvious. They are hard-nosed. There are a bunch of grown-ups out there, look like a bunch of 30-year-olds out there.
Yeah.
A bunch
he
of
stays
kids.
on brand with his recruiters.
I mean, he gets
like
these
those old
dudes,
Cincinnati teams.
Man, exactly. He gets these dudes that just play hard. They play together. They play smart. They don't do a bunch of stupid stuff. It's just a good team, and he's a really, really, really good coach. And I think he's made for that. I think it's a perfect fit for that program and for him. I don't see him, wanting to go anywhere else. I don't see too many other places really lining up for him at his age and what's happened. I think this is just what, and he's got a chance to win a national championship. I mean, he's not.
He's made that show calls disappear. We don't even talk about it anymore.
Look
at it. We don't even talk about it anymore.
And
he's that dude, man.
Because all the stuff, because what was he making all these cell phone calls? I mean, come on, man.
What if he had
this
our
is
time?
This is the NIL.
They'd be national champion.
If he had him,
I don't think it works. He's
a hell of a coach.
His
he gets the kind of guys that fit his style.
Yeah, he wouldn't get some of these dudes
because he'd punch him in the mouth because they're soft.
I would love to see like Jalen Duren under him. I think Jalen Duren would.
Oh
be,
yeah,
would be
the tough, gritty guys.
Fun guy to say. Alex Lomax probably would be.
He sprang on that. Like after a while, he sprang on that.
but I'd make him tougher. Like I think Lomax is a hey man, look, shout out. I think Lomax.
Is Alo coming back next year?
Man,
I think him having a senior day kind of shows you he's done with college.
And he wanted it too. To my knowledge,
let me ask you
wanted
this.
it. He asked for it.
Where's he gonna go?
Wichita.
Right there, no, he's gonna sit on the side of Penny now. He's gonna be right there. He's gonna be the Willie Kemper this year. He'll be on his grad assist.
Why wouldn't he just play?
Because I think he's just kind of done playing basketball.
I'm talking it into existence, Pete.
Yeah, we ain't doing that, Peter. We gonna let A-Lo move on.
I'll believe he's gone and not playing when I see
When
him.
I see it.
Even if
Man
he's
got a
great-
room in Penny House. He ain't going nowhere.
He's played for Penny Hardaway for like 10 straight years.
Mhm.
I don't know if the man knows what life is like without it.
All right, give me some quick reactions then, Peter. Hold on. Let me pull up this roster so I can go.
Well, hold on, wait a second. I was because Lomax, I give him a ton of credit for the way he fought, persevered.
He bounced back.
He was a warrior. All those.
That dude had 2 good tournament games.
He did.
He had some big shots against Gonzaga. for
He
sure.
played really well, man. He did. He was a plus, and you give him credit for that. That said, he's squeezed every drop of potential and talent and all that out of what he's got. He is, a 6-foot non-shooter, non-scorer, bad decision maker with the ball. He squeezed every. If we just look at it objectively, he shouldn't even be as good as he is right now.
No, you're correct.
And so he squeezed every bit of talent out of it. If he comes back,
come back with a jump
if
shot.
he chooses to come back, that ship has sailed, my man. There's no.
Please.
Yeah.
They went under every pick and roll
It's
with
like
that
saying
guy.
Russell Westbrook is going to come back with a jump shot. We've been saying that for 20 years for Russell Westbrook.
Pete, I just wanted him to take him, though. We had so many rebounds.
You can want whatever you want, man. It ain't going to happen. But here's the problem, though. If he chooses to come back, who's going to come here and play point guard?
That's what I'm saying,
Because
bro.
Alex Lomax is going to be the guy.
I think that's already been taken care of, Peter. That's why I think he's not going to be here next year.
Let's go back.
Read in between the lines if you want. I think that's already been
Okay,
addressed.
well, I'm going to say, without, I don't know what you're insinuating, but I hope you're right.
Yeah.
But
Get
I'll
Damian
believe it
Bond.
when I see it because I don't. He's got 1 year left of eligibility because of this. I know he had the senior day out. Maybe he'll have 2 senior days. Super senior day. Darian's favorite day.
Yeah. 2 for 1.
Go to Piccadilly. Who else you talking about?
Can we go down the roster after the break and decide who'll be back?
That's fine. You can go down the roster after the break.
Yeah.
We can decide on that. We'll come back as we continue here live from the Family Leisure Studios, where family and fun come together. Real Sports Talk. Sports 56 98.5.
Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio, presented by Tito's Vodka, from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Hi, this is Troy Fiveash, owner of Fiveash Roof Services. As we all know, Memphis can be a hotbed for severe weather, and that weather can play havoc on our roofs. Most people don't know what they should do first when they're concerned about the condition of their roof. Call their insurance company, call a contractor, or trust a door-to-door salesman that's making claims that are hard to believe. My advice would be call the contractor that you know and trust. If you don't know any, research your local contractors and give 2 or 3 a call. I hope your research will lead you to us. Have your roof inspected, decide for yourself what you should do, and whether or not you should file a claim with your insurance company. It's your home, it's your policy, and it's your money. Don't let anyone pressure you into anything. If you give Five Ash Roofing a call, we promise personal service with a member of our family with no pressure and no hype. Five Ash Roof Services, proud partner of the Memphis Tigers and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Are you ready for the Gossett Mitsubishi Spring Sales Event? It's on at Gossett Mitsubishi on the Pike. Need 41 MPG Highway with gas prices that keep soaring? We got you covered in 2022 Mitsubishi Mirage G4. $189 a month or $14,999. 5 seats, 27 MPG combined. 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. $299 a month or $23,037. Plus redesigned 2022 Outlander with 7-passenger seating and 27 MPG combined. $359 a month or $26,998. And get our stellar 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Gossett got it at Gossett Mitsubishi, 1870 Covington Pike, or shop online at memphismitsubishi.com.
If you want it, we got it at Gossett Motor Cars.
All 72 months, 500 military rebate, G4, NHF 03943, MSRP 16985, Sport, NU 06786, MSRP 25407, Outlander NZO 6388, MSRP 292, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 695, excludes tax title and license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through 2/28/22, dealer stock only.
Now an NCAA tournament schedule preview sponsored by Geico. The first weekend of March Madness in the books, and now it's on to the regionals. This Thursday, the action will come from San Francisco and San Antonio, and then on Friday, the men's spotlight moves to Philadelphia and Chicago. Plus, women's regional action kicks off on Friday from Greensboro and Spokane. Stay tuned for Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's and women's tournaments right here.
Enjoy March matchups like never before with BetMGM, the king of sportsbooks. Sign up using bonus code FASTBREAK, and your first wager is risk-free up to $1,000. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years of age or older and present in Tennessee to wager. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credits. Free bets expire in 7 days from issuance. For problem gambling support, call the Tennessee Red Line at 800-889-9789.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Nothing's worse than starting trouble. Well, we can help you out. We can start with a free battery test. That way, we'll know if your battery is causing the issue. It could be your starter, it could be your alternator, and you don't want to waste money on the wrong fix. And if you do need a new battery, we've got you covered with a wide selection of replacement batteries. That's what makes us America's #1 battery destination. Claim based on data from the NPD Group 2020.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Hey, you! Ever wanted to learn a language like French or Spanish or even Norwegian, but thought it'd be too difficult or time-consuming? Then try Babbel. Quick 10-minute lessons.
Siesta.
Bambola. Games, podcasts, even live online classes with a real teacher.
Hola, clase.
In no time, chatting about real-life topics will feel, well, effortless. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Barks now offers you just about everything you need for your furry family member. Daycare, luxury boarding, award-winning grooming, veterinary checkups, diagnostic services including digital x-ray, fluoroscopy and ultrasound, complete dental service, vaccinations, preventative care for fleas, ticks, and heartworms, and just about any needed surgical treatment. And did I mention that we treat cats and all types of exotic pets? We are the newest member of the Barks family and the newest, most high-tech veterinary hospital in the Mid-South. Located directly across the street from Barks and Recreation, we are a full-service hospital with a fantastic, experienced staff. If you're having problems getting a timely appointment at your current vet's facility, we are here to serve you. Call us at 901-979-8888. Barks and Medication. Excellence in veterinary care.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Let go. Let get. Wait a minute, I ain't never heard this song before. What? Text that to me. I don't miss me the champagne and future. So I feel like, oh, that's on that. Okay, I know that song. That's on that album they did together. Yeah.
I'm surprised they had it clean. That's what I was surprised.
Yeah. It just stirs up the toxicity in me. I hear those two get together.
Come on back, Damien Bar. We waiting on you.
We good. Can I offer you a DJ Jeffries though?
All right, so let's.
Anyway,
preach. Come on, let's get it rolling, man. We gotta get spicy in there.
All right, so let's see who we.
Let's go down this roster. Who's back? Who's the yes, no, and a maybe?
All right, so
Darren, we don't care about your opinion.
For those just joining us,
we're gonna ask Peter.
For those just joining us, we're playing
yes, no, maybe
the University of Memphis roster game for next year because this roster could be anything, folks. I don't know. I don't know what's where we're gonna. I don't know. I don't know. Don't know where we're gonna be.
Are we giving an answer and then telling why? Or we just like.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty boring if we don't do that.
Okay.
If I'm just like yes, no, and then like you're like, all right,
sky's the limit. Go
Thank you for your contribution, Darren, because we don't care your opinion on this segment.
Everybody go to Southwest.
We're gonna go in numerical order, Peter. Errol Timberlake, back, yes or no?
No.
Ooh.
I'm leaning maybe on no.
I don't know. I feel like it's just not. Shoulder might be messed up completely. Neck.
Sophomore.
The neck thing. Yeah, I know he's a sophomore, but I mean, I don't know. It hadn't been a great fit. I don't know. I'm just gonna say you just asking me my opinion. I'm gonna say no.
All right. Imani Bates, yes, no, maybe.
No.
I think I'm going.
He owes us.
He owes nothing. We mishandled that dude.
Sky's the limit.
I was saying no before I saw him play those 2 tournament games. Because I thought he'd never play again for Memphis. But I definitely was wrong on that. I'm going to lean maybe on Imani Bates, bro. I'm not.
Yes or no?
No, it's yes or no maybe. See, you ain't paying attention. That's why we mute your
I'm
mic.
asking you for it.
See, Darren, we got to
you ain't even paying attention.
Just not even paying attention to it. He's just throwing out. No.
Jalen Duren! No.
You haven't asked me about Tadarius Jacobs yet, so I don't know. But.
No, we ain't got there yet. We going in numerical order.
Jalen Duren, I'm going to go ahead and say no.
No, I'm pretty safe to assume he's going to be getting paid next season without an NIL deal. Landers Nolly, big one.
He's back.
Woo! You say he's definitely back? Yes.
I think he's. I mean, obviously with the family. His dad's, they can be a little extra. They certainly have very opinionated folks.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the last, couple months for him, you transfer somewhere else, your senior year. I don't know. I'm leaning. I think there was enough positivity and positive vibes. I think I'm leaning yes. I could be wrong on this one.
I think I'm gonna go maybe leaning towards yes, but maybe.
Okay.
I'm gonna do these two together. The Lawson Bros, Johnny Money and Chano.
I assume so. Surely.
Dad was quiet this year.
Yeah.
Dad was very quiet this year.
I mean, I would think so. Penny went out of his way to try to incorporate Chandler into the mix. Jonathan probably could have helped this team. That redshirt decision was a interesting one.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would think so.
I'm gonna say yes, and strictly because they're not going anywhere separate from each other. I don't think. And Chandler can't transfer again. If he can't transfer without missing a year, I mean. So I don't think Chandler's trying to sit out to go play with his brother the next year. So I think they're just gonna stay here. We didn't. Nothing came off like they were discontent.
While you're right there with those Lawsons, does Jonathan start at point guard?
I don't know, because I think Penny's got his eye on something.
Okay.
Big. So, but Johnson should start next year regardless. I think he's gonna be a heck of a player if he stays on. The big one, Alex Lomax. We talked about this earlier.
Oh man, I mean, I think he's back.
What do you want versus what do you think?
Well, you know the answer to that. You know the answer to that. I've made that.
How y'all gonna stomp on Alo? And Alo had 2 huge games in the tournament.
No, I know. It's just what it is, man. It's just you can, as I said in the whole thing, you can appreciate the games he had in the tournament while also acknowledging that. That was probably squeezing every potential drop out of his.
All the blood out of the tournament you could possibly
every bit of it. So, if you bring that up, but.
How can we be mad at A-Lo? Because we see Charlie Moore and Damian Barr in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
So you think he's going to be.
Boogie Ellis, not so much for anybody that was holding that candle for Boogie Ellis. I'm afraid that's.
So you're saying yes, he will be back?
I'm saying yes, he's going to be back.
I think he won't.
Starting point guard.
Does he start? If
for
he
your
comes back, you have to start
23 Tigers, Alex Lomax.
I think him having a senior night was indicative of, all right, I'm done. I don't know.
No,
he asked for that.
Turns out that was a junior night.
So it turns out he just wants to.
Turns out it was junior night.
Yeah. Turns out he just wanted to get honored for it.
He got a cousin.
Like we all do.
He got a cousin that may not be able to make it next year, so he just go ahead and do it now.
That's right. Go ahead and knock it out.
He's going to do it twice.
Oh, God. Right. Lester Quinones.
Yes.
Ooh.
I think that's a no-brainer on that one.
Ooh.
That's your hardest
I ain't going to say that.
Where's he going?
I'm going to go maybe with a lean towards no.
Why you think that?
Hey. These streets talk, man.
But why?
And there was a stretch during the season where it looked like Lester wanted no part of any of this. Like, it seemed like he was very.
There was a stretch this year where it looked like every single player didn't want any part of this. So I'm not going to go on that. If you go on that, nobody's coming back.
Lester's not from here. He's not from anywhere close to here.
I wouldn't begrudge him if he wanted to go back and play
for his last year at home.
Closer to home.
Yeah.
But home's New York. Like, what you got playing?
Belmont.
Rutgers, St. Peter's. Playing up at Jersey.
Maccabi Tel Aviv. Like, where's he going, man? Come on, give me something.
I'm leaning baby, man. I'm just saying baby.
I'm going to be honest with you. Every one of these dudes is a maybe.
For sure.
I'm trying to be.
It's not a hard yes.
I'm trying to be more opinionated.
You just trying to make a gut call. I got you.
But I mean, if you're asking me, the game should be maybe or maybe.
Maybe or maybe.
Right.
They're pretty much all maybe.
All right, here comes the fumbles. Here comes the fumbles. We got a stretch of Probably four fun ones coming up.
Okay.
All right. DeAndre Williams.
Back.
Yes. It is wild. I think he's gonna be back.
Yes.
He's gonna use that. He gets a year because of COVID, right?
Year, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. DeAndre Williams will be back. He'll be a 30-year-old senior.
Man, it's
definitely not sending my teenage daughter to
incredible.
Memphis.
Incredible experience.
We weren't gonna send my daughter to Memphis, but DeAndre Williams is back.
This is some,
Oh, you can't drink?
This is a BYU level. This is a BYU level of 30-year-old player out there. This mission overseas.
Yeah, I was really thinking about sending my daughter to Memphis, but
I want to play with my daughter. And,
DeAndre Williams' old ass is out there. I can't do it.
Oh, no, I thought it was like DeAndre, like LeBron. He's waiting. He's gonna be in college until his daughter ends up in college. Also, come play with his son.
Hey, whoever gives my kid a scholarship, that's where I'll be.
DeAndre Williams, the first D1 player to play with his own son on a college team.
Tyler Harris, yes or no, baby?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm gonna go yes on Tyler.
I don't see why not.
Is he a scholarship player next year?
Yeah, I think surely so. I think he's earned it. He's earned it. I mean, he saved. He saved the Tigers' bacon, man.
He's the most efficient, money-wise player in
he's the most. Hey, he's. You can say what you want about Tyler Harris. He is little and all that stuff, and
that man balled out.
But he balled out this year, and that crazy Euro step that he had. The most
layup.
Yeah, that Euro step layup where he had to kind of like throw the ball because he was so like he can't jump super high off that one leg, but like, man, that was a slick. He ran. It looked like he was in fast forward. Like it looked like Benny Hill or something.
It made Sports Center. It made Sports Center.
Like a little. That was a cool move. Man. That was a great move.
Yeah, he balled out for sure. Did I say yes or no with him?
You did.
Tyler's back. Yeah, I think Tyler's back.
That's your easiest though, right?
Yeah, Tyler's
to me, that's the easiest one. Yeah.
Other
than Jaden Hardaway, he's coming back.
John Camden.
Spoiler alert. Who?
John Camden.
Who?
Man, see who?
Who's that?
The guy that Greg Gaston.
I didn't see him play. I didn't see him play this year, so I don't know.
Right.
I guess he's coming back because he didn't. Does it count as coming back?
I heard there was a little drama with him at first when he first had the little red shirt thing, but I think that.
I assume he's coming back, surely.
I think his mom and dad kind of
coming here. Yeah. It doesn't count as coming back because you didn't even play. So
dude might not even be in Memphis right now.
Yeah, he's sure. I would hope so.
But nah, I think he's back. I think he'll be back. I think his parents have kind of said that he doesn't have the option to not come back or something like that. Let me see. I think he's back. Yeah, Josh Minot. That's the last big one.
No.
Yes, if he starts. Penix gonna have to promise him he starts.
We ain't asked you there.
I know. I know.
Josh Minot. My heart wants that kid back because I think he would be great for this team. But I'm not selfish enough to think that that's his only option. I'm going to say that he's going to test the waters of the NBA, not get the response that he wanted. And he'll be back in Memphis next year. You heard it. Yes, he will be a Tiger next year. I know his family is tripping, but I think nothing about that kid doesn't want to be back next year. I think his family wants him to leave, but I think he wants to be.
Good one. What about the name you dropped before?
I think.
Who?
Before the break.
I think Josh Minot.
No comment.
I think Josh Minot is going to test the waters, obviously. But I think he's going to like what happens when he tests the waters.
Uh-oh.
I
was leaning that way too now.
I think people are going to, because of his size.
And see that kid in those drills.
You see the kid in the drill. You see a 6'10" kid who's got,
nice form.
Legit shooting form, is an excellent passer.
Mm-hmm.
Good vision. The stuff that he doesn't do well, like defensively, is stuff that you wouldn't expect any.
And shooting the ball.
Well, I mean, like he did. Like the defensive stuff is really probably the biggest thing for me. But like that's understandable, and with his, he's a little bit reminds me a little bit of Jaren early on when he's just so long and big and trying to like grow into his limbs, and he looks like a baby deer out there. But that level of a wing with that type of length and that type of height. And the ball skills that he's got, that's very rare. You don't see that.
Mm-hmm.
A guy that's 4 inches shorter than him and can do that stuff, that grows on trees. That's normal stuff. a guy that's his height and does it. So I think he gets. I think he sniffs around, and I think somebody will take him in the, whether it's the Grizzlies or whoever. I think somebody will take a chance on him in the first round. I think he'll get a first round. I don't know about a promise, but I think he'll be a first round.
And that's what I was going to ask you, Pete. You said if he likes what he hears. You are Josh Minot. What is it that you have to hear in order to like it? Is it a number in the first round, or is it just first round, period?
Well, I think for example, like nowadays too, Minot is a guy that I think his skill set is going to be better for the NBA than it is for college. I think he'll have more space. He'll have more opportunities to show his passing skills. I think he'll be used better. I mean, I don't know if he can trust the way that Penny Hardaway used him this year. Penny held him to weird standards that were not, not the same as a lot of other guys. So I don't know if he can trust what Penny's going to do with him. I think in the pros he's going to have that opportunity to expand what he does, and he's got a great, he's already got a great base as it is. So, but you got to remember too, a lot of guys now, and you could see, Dylan Brooks is a good example, but there's plenty of dudes around the league who were second round picks who got in the right situation, and then a year or two later sign a nice deal and end up making good money. The path for second rounders now is a lot more open than it used to be. There's a lot of second rounders who have made
coming in getting that money,
significant contributions, and who get their money, and sometimes they get it earlier.
In the first
they get
round,
that second
guys,
contract. So, so I don't think that would be a problem for him, depending on the situation. So,
is he a first rounder?
I think he's.
I've told y'all that kid goes to the draft. He ain't getting past Memphis. I don't care what nobody says.
I would take him first. If I got a pick in the 20, like where the Grizzlies do have 2 picks in that, one of those was going to be Josh Minot for sure.
That's where I'm at with it too, man.
I mean, he's that. You got to take a swing at guy. That guy's got a huge upside. Huge upside.
Saying Zach Boyle says that's Dr. DeAndre Williams.
Yeah, that's right.
Malcolm Dandridge. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, I imagine so. Why not?
Yeah. Big Malco.
Yeah, Big Malco.
He ain't ready to work at the mall.
Shout out to Big Malco.
Malco. Man, come on.
Man, Malco was gassed. Poor Malco.
Oh, yeah. He was,
He's just, but I mean, he kept fighting, but he was, you could just tell, he wasn't even running back.
Malcolm gonna go do whatever Will Coleman doing.
We've all been there. We've all been there, man. We've all been there. It's just I know.
Yeah, man. Big Malco. Still one of the better names in college basketball.
Oh,
Big Malco.
Big Malco.
And he dunked on Chet. He got him one.
Yeah,
Malco had a
great 2 games, really.
He played. He vastly exceeded anybody's reasonable expectations for what you'd get out of him.
Now here's the big one.
Jaden Hardaway's coming back. He's coming back, folks. Probably starting.
What if that kid transfer? He transferred. It's over, man. Like, oh, Penny, you might as well shut it down. Connor Glennon.
Boy, I hope we get a chance to see Connor Glennon.
That's more Connor,
You might well talk to me instead of saying Connor Glennon. What's wrong with
To Darius Jacobs.
Tadao.
To Darius Jacobs.
To Darius Jacobs. Yeah.
I got one for you, Larry Brown.
And we're going to get to that. Sam Onu.
Hilarious Brown.
It's hilarious.
People gonna be waiting outside for y'all.
Get Larry Brown with some get his tips of his hair dyed blonde. Grow it out.
I'm Hilarious Brown now, guys.
Sam Onu. Married ass man.
Completely forgot about
That's
that.
the one that looks like Runyon Gabriel, right?
No, it looks like Lil Yachty a little bit. Yeah.
I forgot all about Sam Onu. Sure, he'll be. I don't know.
I guess.
Yes.
Him and the other kid are friends. So
I mean, completely forgot about him. When you said that name, I'm like, huh? Oh, completely just.
Right.
Just out of the.
All right, you brought up a good point, Darius. We got a little time.
Darius.
My bad. We got a little time. Hold on. Larry Brown, yes or no?
2s and 3s.
Darius,
2s and 3s.
Darius, you brought up a good point.
Ladarius.
Tidwell. Is that a real Ladarius Tidwell? Wasn't that a tiger?
I want to see like somebody had some name Ladarius.
Ladarius.
Larry Brown, yes or no, maybe?
No.
Yeah, Larry Brown's out here.
Yeah, I know.
Rasheed Wallace.
They lifting the mandate.
I think maybe Coach JJ is the hottest.
Yeah.
The hottest. He and
Coach JJ might be his number 1 man next year. Who knows?
Cody Toppert and JJ is going to be the 1-2 punch.
Cody Toppert going to be back.
And then he's going to bring in, let's see, let me make a prediction of what player. Dennis Scott is going to come in for shooting coach, part-time shooting coach who's going to get, ousted after a couple months because of something weird happens. And he's going to be only coaching on Zoom. And then it'll be like, Trey Draper will come in for like a month or something.
Training.
Yeah.
That would be dope. He trained his job. Yeah. So Cody Toppert back, yes or no?
Yeah.
I
mean, Cody might get he's getting some looks from some folks, so he might get out there and make
props to Coach Toppert for in the Houston game making me wonder what was going on with my internet or my TV because his head was extremely shiny. I was like, I thought I was buffering or something. That man's head was glistening on the sideline.
Was it anything to the name you dropped before? I was asking for real. Was it anything?
Why you keep asking me that, man?
Because the players we lost were good. If you're telling me any of those cats are coming back, we're open-minded with it.
We'll see. How would you feel if a DJ Jeffries wanted to come back and play?
I would love it.
Yeah. Be fine with it.
Why not? Get the game back together.
Yeah. Go ahead and bring back him.
Absolutely. Bring him back.
Boogie.
No, Boogie's getting up out of here.
Bring back. What if Penny brought Tubby Smith in as an
assistant coach
to replace
Larry Brown? That's how you do it. Tubby Smith would literally be taking naps on the sideline. That was good.
Tubby's what? 10 years younger than Larry Brown?
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
Which is saying a lot.
Tubby's 10 younger than
I think what's Tubby like?
But yeah, Tubby's up there, right? Yeah, Tubby's
is he even 70? I think he's in that.
I mean, maybe.
Tubby Smith got COVID and said, F this. Man got COVID one time and quit. All right, I'm done.
What is Tubby Smith's age? Let's just find out. 70. Yeah, he's 70.
Man.
So Larry Brown's 11 years old.
Yeah, go 10 years younger. Go 11 years younger. So go to 70.
Get the youth movement on the coaching staff and bring in
Maybe
Tubby
fighting
Smith.
for Gigi Smith instead of Tubby. May have Gigi on staff.
Hey, speaking of doing cardio, not literally, clearly. Have you caught any of Bob Huggins on the show? This man,
Eli hates it.
This man just showed up and
say nothing.
I mean, he just said,
to add nothing.
Where's my check? All right, yeah, I'm not wearing a suit. I'm wearing my jumpsuit. Yeah, I got my tech suit on, and he just like, they're playing some ball out there. Yeah, they are really doing it.
Yeah.
Do you guys like it or not? Don't you like it?
No.
You don't like it?
Man.
I'm nostalgic, man. I remember when he was kicking our butt back in the day.
That's all he
man.
talked about. Yeah. Not coach against Penny.
Well, and then how about old Rex Chapman?
Old
Rex Chapman
with the blue glasses.
That's who that was. I couldn't figure out who that was.
Yeah, it's sexy Rexy, baby.
I mean, Rex Chapman did look. He looked like
Kentucky's own.
He looked like a male, organ. Like his head was very.
I was trying to figure out who that was. I was like, who is this?
I want to give him a shout out. I want to give him a shout out too for
social media influencers.
Having absolutely no idea what he's talking about with these. To the point where I'm not even making this up. To the point where he was talking about Providence and he's like, "Man, I remember last time Providence was in the Sweet 16 back in 25 years ago with Pete Gillen as the coach, and of course, rest in peace, Pete Gillen." And everybody's like, Pete Gillen's not dead. This man killed Pete Gillen on the air.
Oh, man, I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, he killed. And watch everybody's faces like Seth Davis and like Bob Huggins are like, is he dead?
That's Rex Chapman?
Yeah,
that's Rex.
It's like,
man.
is he?
He's been through some stuff.
I
man.
was wondering
I'm
because
happy
they were
for
talking
Rex,
about
though.
former players. I was like, who is this?
Yeah, that's Rex,
Pete
man.
Gillen, is he dead? No, he's not dead. I mean, he was doing. That tells you how few people are watching these American broadcasts.
Yeah,
Clearly, Rex is not watching the American broadcast on CBS Sports.
Social media influencer Rex Chapman too.
And of course, the late Tubby Smith. We honor him. Guys, Tubby's doing fine.
He's still
my
here.
bad. I'm sorry. The late Larry Brown. No, I'm sorry. And Larry's. Oh, he was on the.
Penny getting Larry Finch. Getting Larry Finch on that bench wasn't man. That's not Larry Finch. It's Larry Brown.
Where's that Larry Finch?
Like, what in the world?
I mean, Rex Chapman is just
finessing, man.
Whoo, man. Okay. And I mean, at least I don't know.
Charles Barkley been finessing.
There you go.
Well, hey,
there you go. There you go.
20 years now.
But those two guys though make you realize how entertaining Charles is. Charles, Charles is finessing, but you don't care because he's entertaining with it and he makes it work. These two guys are just finessing, and it makes me angry. They're obviously finessing, and they're not even entertaining with it. If Charles had said Pete Gillen was dead, that's funny.
Yeah.
When Charles doesn't know who had team
because Kenny would have kicked his ass next to him. Kenny would have been
like,
what?
I don't even know who that is.
Pete Gillen is no longer with us, and we rest in peace.
What? He's still alive. What are you talking? It's so funny. All right. We'll come back. We'll continue the program here. A reminder too that if you have not jumped in there, and I'm not going to ask you because it's none of my business. And I know this weekend, some of you might have done okay, some of you maybe not, didn't do okay, but folks at FanDuel got you covered. Got you covered, guys. Don't worry about it. They got you covered, man. You get to have so much fun here. We've already told you about the betting that you get risk-free with FanDuel and FanDuel Sportsbook. Everybody knows that, of course. You get tons of risk-free bets opportunity. But here's the deal. You get another risk-free bet on the bracket. If you haven't done it yet, go do it. Sign to the FanDuel Sportsbook app and claim yours today. You get a risk-free bet. Are you a customer? Great. Are you not? Sign up with promo code BIGHEAD and get in on all the action. You can bet on that underdog you've had your eye on. Put the favorite in there. Make it happen. It's all there with FanDuel Sportsbook. Promo code BIGHEAD. Sign in and claim your risk-free bet today. Got to be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $5. Offer is non-transferable. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Red Line 1-800-889-9789. Back after this. Real Sports Talk Sports 56.98.5.
You have opinions?
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Do you want a greener, more weed-free lawn? If you're like me, you can't stand the sight of dandelions, clover, or especially crabgrass. Hi, I'm Brandon Hawley, president of Lawn Solutions. We are your locally owned and operated weed control and fertilization company. We are also experts in disease and insect control on your lawn and landscape. Our uniformed technicians are full-time, year-round licensed and certified by the state of Tennessee. Lawn Solutions' personalized service is far more superior to that of national companies that promise but simply cannot deliver. We return phone calls, we keep appointments, and we want your business. What we will not do is bother you with endless phone calls or junk mail. Lawn Solutions will not sell you something your lawn doesn't need. If you're looking for a local lawn care company to kill your weeds and feed your grass, then Lawn Solutions is the finest. Call us at 867-5626. That's 867-5626. Or go online at LawnSolutionsInc.net. From our family to yours, we want to thank you for your business.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Men over 40. Is your body feeling softer and not as lean? Losing your energy, muscle, or sleep quality? You could be feeling the loss of growth hormone. As you age, your natural production of GH begins to significantly slow down. Here's the good news. GH Boost from Nugenix is the world's only non-prescription supplement that safely supercharges your body's GH production and helps you get a great night's sleep. Clinical studies show the ingredients in GH Boost can increase your body's own GH levels more than 100%. Guys all over America are loving this product.
Great product. I just started using it and I'm already seeing results. I definitely feel the difference. Much better sleep and much more energy.
Guys over 40, you need GH Boost. And right now, you can get a complimentary 2-week sample. Just text TOUR to 321-321. It's killing it at GNC, but you can only get your sample by texting TOUR to 321-321. That's TOUR to 321-321. Text TOUR to 321-321.
These products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Hi, my name is Takia, and a little thing that I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is when I take a bite, it's the perfect blend from the bacon to the cheese. It's perfection.
Hey, I'm Katora, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is it kind of melts in your mouth, so you know it's creamy, cheesy, and delicious. This gooey mac makes me cheese every time.
Order dinner delivered on the Chick-fil-A app today. Delivery fee and other restrictions apply. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Knotfest Roadshow is back. This Tuesday, FedEx Forum, featuring Slipknot. Plus special guests in this moment and wage war. On sale now. Buy tickets at LiveNation.com. Visit NotFestRoadshow.com for more.
I'm here with Kyle Storms from Big Green Egg. Kyle, I hear people all the time say how they love their Big Green Egg, but what makes a Big Green Egg so great?
Thanks, Stats. The fact that our grill is made out of the highest quality ceramic allows our customers to smoke, bake, roast, sear, and grill, all while locking in the most amount of heat and flavor in their favorite foods.
What kind of fuel does the Big Green Egg use?
100% natural lumpwood charcoal. That's really where half our flavor comes from.
How many sizes does the Big Green Egg come in?
We have 7 different sizes and all different configurations ranging from metal stands, wood tables, and metal carts with a lifetime warranty. So we really do have a size and price point for everyone.
Where can someone go to see the entire lineup of Big Green Egg?
Garden Spas and Pool, Germantown Hardware, Hamilton's Fireplace and Grills, East Memphis Ace, and Cordova Ace Hardware.
Now, back to Sports 56 Grind Time. This hour is brought to you by Poultry Power. Here once again are Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sain.
Check it out, y'all. Having a little chat with Brett Norsworthy, getting set for Sports Time coming up next.
Freshest man in the studio.
Oh, man. Super dripped out.
Just always.
Super tired of Stats coming in flexing on us with his official stuff he's got from
You see that Super Bowl, Jim?
the Masters.
The
Like,
Masters
come on, man.
last week.
Man, he's always doing that. Real quick, we'll talk more about it tomorrow on the program, but the Grizzlies victorious last night. Not a great. I mean, it was okay. Jaren looked for a second like he was going to just check out of this one, but ends up coming back and having a good second half to kind of make things happen. Desmond Bain 24, solid game. But Stan Van Gundy tweeted out about Ja Morant's situation.
Here's Peter.
No, you're good. This is you're gonna like this.
All right.
And he tweeted out the Grizzlies are 35-21 with Morant in the lineup, but when he's out of the lineup, the Grizzlies are easily the most dominant team in the league. 14-2, 875 winning percentage. 11 of those wins are by double figures, by 5 by 20 or more. Their point differential in those 16 games is plus 17.8. You think, wow, Stan Van coming in hot. Not really sure. I'm not really sure what precipitated that. I guess just a fun trip through the stat machine. But let me just say this: as much as I goof around, and we've goofed around in this program about this whole situation, because I hope you guys know I'm just basically goofing. No, the Grizzlies are 14-2 without Ja Morant. But of those 14 wins, only 4 came against teams that had a 500 or better record. Those 4 wins were against Toronto. Early in the year, they didn't have OG Anunoby at that point. Dallas didn't have Luka or Porzingis when they beat the Grizzlies beat them without Ja. Philly didn't have Embiid, and obviously they were in the midst of the whole situation with Simmons and everything else.
Yeah.
They didn't have him. Miami didn't have Bam, and they lost Jimmy Butler early in
the first
game
quarter, yeah.
with an injury. So all those were major asterisks. You had the Oklahoma City 73-point win on top of that, which skews all the point differential numbers. And then 7 of the other 10 wins were against lotto teams. And in fact, the other ones we're talking about, like teams like the Clippers, Lakers, those might end up being lottery teams as well. So it may be that almost all those games were against lottery teams. Point is, that if the implication that Stan Van Gundy's making is that a potential MVP somehow makes his team worse, that is as stupid as it sounds.
Facts.
So
plus, when Ja's out, the team steps up because they can't Ja watch. They know they have to step up and take care of the business. They play a little bit more focused without Ja. That's facts.
They are. I mean, there's some guys that play better, whatever. But like that's just the way it goes. Like Ja Morant had 47 points in a playoff game. Like what do you? This dude's a big,
50-something the other night.
Big money player.
Yep.
Get the hell out of here.
We're gonna revisit this Dylan Brooks stuff sometime this week too.
Oh, tomorrow we got to talk about that.
Yeah, it's coming. We out of here.
Something funny.
Yeah, something ain't right.
Funny. We'll talk about it.
Yes, it's still winter. Yes, it's still cold outside. But Family League